Some battles were fought by great soldiers, and others by common people who fought and sacrificed for freedom in their own backyards. John Geiger, a disabled American patriot, was unable to serve his country. However, he instilled in his beautiful daughter, Emily, a love of freedom and liberty. Emily, being a young woman, was frustrated with her inability to serve in the war effort, and could therefore not restrain her eagerness upon overhearing an exchange between her father and a neighbor one summer night in 1781. Intelligence had been obtained that Lord Rawdon had divided his forces, leaving him vulnerable to attack. General Greene needed an immediate message sent to General Sumter, over 100 miles away, urging the general to join forces with him in a combined attack against the British regiment. Finding a willing man to carry the message would prove to be impossible. The route was considered a death sentence. The dense forest road was crawling with British and sympathetic Tories. Yet Emily was eager to volunteer. Night fell, and the neighbor departed, leaving Emily to contemplate privately on what she had overheard. Quietly, she took leave of her home and loved ones, and made her way to General Greene's encampment, where she intended to volunteer herself to carry the message. After a brief wait, Emily was ushered into the general's tent, where she curtsied and said,
"General Greene, I've been told that you are in need of a courier to General Sumter."
"I am," replied the general, "but I have found no man willing to serve as courier."
"Then send me."
Alarmed at the thought of placing a young woman in harm's way, the general responded, "Oh, no, child. It is a journey from which brave men hold back."
"I am not a brave man. I am merely a young woman. But who better to carry your dispatch than one so unexpected as I?"
General Greene paused for a moment, deep in thought. "You know that if captured, you could be hung for treason," he said quietly.
"I know this, sir. But has heaven not sent you a messenger? Dare you refuse my service when so much is at stake?"
And so it was, with no other option, and with a heavy heart, General Greene wrote the dispatch and sent her off to fulfill her dangerous mission. On the second day, she was seized upon by 3 British soldiers and transported to Lord Rawdon, who interrogated her. She, being young and innocent in the art of deception, left Lord Rawdon angry and suspicious. He locked her in the guardhouse and called for a matron to have her searched. Left alone for a brief moment, Emily quickly pulled the dispatch from her pocket, committed it to memory, tore it to pieces, and began to eat it. She had scarcely finished the last bit when the matron appeared and searched her, was finally released. She mounted her horse and, despite her exhaustion, made haste, riding through the night to reach General Sumter.
Within these hands I hold what well may be, the lives of men whose safety rests with me. And though these hands may belong to a girl not fully grown, the message take for freedom's sake. 100 miles, 100 miles, free God my life will spare. 100 miles, I'll brave it be, my destiny fulfill.
She arrived that morning, weak, thirsty, and faint. But in reciting her mission, that message to the general, Emily Geiger completed her mission. It would be nearly 2 weeks before this brave girl would finally return to the safety of her father. Within the quiet resolve of his sweet daughter, John Geiger would find an uncommon miracle. And so, would America.
My destiny fulfilled.
Emily's brave act of service proved critical to the success over the British. With the combined strength of General Sumter and General Greene, the Americans launched an attack against Lord Rawdon and his forces, leaving them crippled and unable to join Cornwallis, who would face General Washington and the approaching French fleet on his own at Yorktown.